See You in Health is an improvised parody podcast. Do not attempt to use any of the tips or information contained in this podcast. To do so could endanger your health and wellness.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to See You in Health,
Yay.
the podcast with me, Seth,
And me, Sarah.
and of course you, and you,
You.
and you.
And you. And you.
Yes.
Are you.
How are you? I hope you, and you are all doing well. I'm doing amazing. I don't know if you see my new sign I put up, Sarah. I'm trying to attract some new energy.
I can't see what it says though. It's
Can't
a
you?
little bit small, Seth.
Is it? Okay. It looked big when I got it at the dollar store. It says, "You are amazing."
Thank you, Seth.
Well, it's for everybody.
Oh,
I want everybody to understand that they are inherently amazing and you're enough. You're absolutely enough. There's nothing more needed. The very fact that you were created means you deserve the respect, admiration, and help from every other creature that you meet on the planet.
boy, oh boy. I wouldn't be anywhere without help.
So today what we will be talking about is, would you like to elucidate?
Manifesting. Yay.
Manifesting.
Yay.
A lot has been said about manifesting recently. It's nothing new. It goes back to the 5th century.
At least to the 50s.
And it has, in almost every culture, there is a belief in the power of attraction and attracting these things that we wish, that we need, that we want, that we cherish in our lives. We really wish them, and we manifest them in our lives, and not everybody in the West has been made aware of this, and so we will be talking today about what it is and what it isn't.
You mean the people who live by the beach, Seth? Like maybe they haven't heard of it yet?
By the beach?
You said west. Because I'm in the desert.
I meant the West as in the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people, Seth.
It is a lot of people. And we will be talking about this in more depth. When we come back, we will take a break. And when we come back, we will be talking about some things that Sarah and I are into this week and that we would like to inform you of.
I can't wait.
When was the last time you felt real relief from the stress and pain of daily living? Wait before you answer that. Was it drug-free? Was it 100% organic and healthy? Was it recommended by 9 out of 10 doctors in the US and Canada? If not, then throw it away, because there's a new way to roll that stress and anxiety away. The Arbory Ball Massager. What looks like a simple ball will soon astound you and have you breathing a sigh of relief as you use it on your tight and painful areas. The Arbory Ball Massager is used the world over by celebrities, royalty, and yes, even normal people like you. And now, because the Arbory Company wants everyone in the United States to have an Arbory Ball Massager, it's being offered to listeners of See You in Health for a special price of $60, or 3 payments of $25. That's a big percentage off the usual price. Just go to arboryamerica.biz/balls and use the exclusive discount code HEALTH. This is not going to last, so make sure to do it now. That's arboryamerica.biz/balls/HEALTH. Say goodbye to pain and stress, and say hello to a ball massager.
We're back. So, Sarah, it's so funny. I was thinking about you over the weekend
Oh, thank you, Seth.
when I saw that it had been raining so very terribly. And I was wondering how you were doing. I know you live up in the mountainous desert
Desert?
region where the mountains meet the desert begins the path, I believe, that goes to your, you call it your neighborhood?
Yes.
Yes. And so on the news, it was saying that there had been some roads washed away, and I wanted to find out how you were faring.
Well, thank you, Seth, for checking in on me. I really do appreciate that. That is so neat and so nice. So I am very, 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 very lucky because we have a great tree cover in my particular spot where I live. So the rains can fall, but they can't fall on my yurt, which is really neat. So I've taken advantage of a local service that they have where they'll come and iron your yurt. So I'm faring great
Did
because
you say
my yurt,
iron? I'm not sure I heard that. Did you say iron your yurt?
yes, my yurt is getting ironed.
Like,
Yes, yeah, it is by hand because, I don't want any machines getting in there with their bad machine vibrations.
or off-gassing?
Oh, yeah, I myself don't want to be off gassing. I don't want the machines off gassing. Nobody should be off gassing. And so it takes many days to do it because it is one gentleman. He irons it by hand as he has time between his other odd jobs. And so right now, I kind of feel really lucky because I am sitting talking to you from the largest pumpkin in the world. And it's big enough to have a room. And I stay here now.
Okay. Go on.
And so it's really neat. It is a dream come true. It is a manifestation come true because I've definitely seen it in my neighborhood and said, gosh, I would love to just live in the largest pumpkin in the world for a few days. And now I'm doing it. So I feel like I'm living the dream.
That's great. We will be talking more about manifesting as we come up. I believe we need to move on now to our segment we call What We're Into.
I'm so glad we get to do that. And I also hope you can live your dream one day too, Seth.
Yes.
So, Seth, what are you into this week?
Well, thank you for asking. This week, I've been very into something that you may know about, but I'm not sure everybody does. It's a smudging kit. So
Oh,
I'm smudging this week. It is herbs. There is some white cedar, which is a less common smudging material, but I use it as an energy cleansing kit with smudge prayers and instructions for my home, body, and object cleansing. So you get it right when you say that you're cleansing your environment, you're cleansing yourself, you're cleansing whatever it is that you're living in. In your case, it would be the world's biggest pumpkin. In my case, it would be my apartment. And I have been told that it is even perfect for blessing a home, a smudging. And it's a lot like, when people used to say, burn sage, burn sage, burn sage. You've heard that over and over. And today we've come to what we call smudging, which is where we sort of smudge the area with a host of herbs that have different properties that I cannot go into at the moment, but I have been told it's a good idea to smudge after watching the news, which I think is funny. What are you into this week, Sarah?
So I am into this week bells. So, I went to the home of a local Santa, and
What exactly do you mean by that?
Santa Claus, Saint Nick. So I went into his shop and I just said, "Hey, what you got?" And he said, "Oh, come sit down beside me. I'd love to show you what I have here. Let me just grab down here and get a big handful of this."
I was getting a bit concerned about your personal safety, but he was reaching. He was reaching. First of all, he has a shop.
Yes.
He has a shop. Santa, your local Santa has a shop. So that's news to me. But at this shop, he introduced you to a handful of sleigh bells.
Yes.
I see.
He did.
And what is the use of these bells?
Well, they're for ringing. And then, so what I've done is I will just ring the bells when I'm happy. I will ring the bells when I want something. I will hear bells elsewhere. I will notice them. Say somebody has a telephone that has a notification that kind of sounds like a bell. I will notice that. So I'm just really into bells and ringing them and noticing them.
Great. Well, that's what we're into this
Yay!
week. I'm into the not so new practice of smudging, and Sarah is into ringing and noticing bells. Now, we will need to take a break. So we will once again be right back, where we will be talking about today's topic of manifesting. We'll see you in just a moment.
Are you sick of your house being full of trash, garbage, debris, droppings, and junk? Well, call Magic Mike. He's got you covered for any clean out needs, and he won't judge your mess. If I can give a testimonial, he came to my yurt when I first moved in, which at the time was full of refuse, scraps, and shavings from the prior tenants, a family of wolves. Magic Mike showed up in his Honda Fit, which seems small, but he can fit it full, and he wears a plastic type, like those hazmat suits. And he goes and he does about 45 trips back and forth, and he gets it done with a smile. I would recommend him any day of the week, except Tuesdays, which he takes off so that he has to do community service. It's a long story, but he is your guy. Go to magicmikesremoval.junk. You will be so glad you did.
We're back. Today's topic is manifesting. Sarah, I appreciate the non-noisy clapping. For those that can't see, she was doing a clapping motion, but the hands did not come to contact. So much appreciated, and I want to give you positive reinforcement. That really helps the podcast.
Oh my gosh. All I want to do is help, Seth. Thank you.
So, to catch anyone up, if you're just joining, this week we are talking about manifesting. Sarah is in a giant pumpkin, noticing.
That I manifested.
Oh, no, you manifested this pumpkin that you're staying in. Okay. I do want to bring something up. So as we talk more about what manifesting is and what it isn't, manifesting is not wishing. And it's not seeing something and saying, oh, I want that. It's a focused, over time practice of bringing into your attention, your focus, your mindfulness, all of your energy toward a vision of reality, that you're bringing that reality to you from the universe, because out of the laws of attraction, like attracts like. I think the very act of putting energy towards it is really, really what we want to do. I've heard somebody say, when she writes in her diary, when she really gets clear about it, very specifically what she wants. She said that she wanted to live in a community that valued meditation and organic farming. She was very specific, and she spent about 7 years every night before she went to bed. She put her focus on this, and she could see it. She could actually see the farm. She could see the abundant crops and the people who were enjoying it. And then one day, she saw an ad in the Penny Saver, and it said, brand new community forming near Descanso, need women. And she just got on her 10-speed and rode the 30 miles. When she arrived, she was near dead, but they greeted her with some organic wheatgrass juice, and she met her husbands. So this is something that anybody can do. You just have to see it in your mind. Now, Sarah, I believe that you have actually manifested some things in your life. Is that not true?
I have, absolutely. I do have some comments on that amazing manifesting story you told.
Yes.
I just think it's so neat that you got a hold of her diary and that you watched her for all that time, knowing when she went to bed, knowing all of her movements, knowing when she's riding a bike and how her condition was when she arrived. And I just think it's so neat that you take such an interest.
Well, Sarah, you know that it's not that I knew all that. It's that she wrote to me and told me all about this. People have this feeling when they meet me, as I think you will also agree, that they just want to unburden themselves and tell me in very detailed ways how manifesting has changed their lives.
Oh, isn't that the truth, Seth? And I can actually tell a story about manifesting. So I think you'll remember when I told you that I came upon the banana truck in my neighborhood.
Oh, yes.
If you'll recall,
The banana truck
I was
story.
wanting bananas, and then I found bananas. And I guess my one switch about that, it was not manifesting, but it's bananifesting. And so I did get that. I'm in the biggest pumpkin in the world. I did
Yeah.
get that. The only thing, Seth, that I'm nervous about is I only get one more manifest. I had 2, and I know I only get 3. So I'm a little worried about what I'm going to manifest next, because I know I only get 3.
What is this 2 or 3? I don't understand.
I only get 3 wishes. So I did one wish.
Okay.
What?
Sarah, I believe that you're actually you have no limit. There's no limitation. on manifesting. I think you're referring to Aladdin's lamp and the genie. And that's where, where everybody, when they're kids, they say, what would you wish for? And they say, well, the first wish I'd wish for 1,000,000 wishes.
Oh, I should have done that. I should have wished for 1,000,000 wishes. Oh, I can do it for my last one. My last one, I can wish for 1,000,000 manifestations / manifestations.
Just let me jump in here a minute. I don't want our audience to think that there's any rules about the number of things you can manifest. You can live your life manifesting. I think that's probably what you want to do. It's a state of mind. It's not a genie from a lamp. It's not a genie from a bottle. It's not a genie. It's not magic.
Well, I mean, I can speak to that, Seth, because one day I was walking outside of my yurt, and then all of a sudden there were these 3 beans, and I said, I gotta plant these beans.
Oh.
And so I planted them behind my yurt, and they are growing up so big and tall, and I can't wait to climb them to go up above the clouds.
What?
And then I can get some more wishes up there.
What I'm hearing you say is that you grew a beanstalk that goes up into the clouds, and you want to climb that and go get something there.
More wishes.
More wishes you think are up
So I can manifest more.
So that's a children's story called Jack and the Beanstalk. And you know that I don't, so that might be where you got that idea. But Sarah, that I'm not prescriptive, and I never tell anybody do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that. Right now I'm actually gonna change that. Do not climb the beanstalk in your yard. Today we're talking about manifesting. Some of you may be already manifesting. I myself have a list of things that I am manifesting. I don't know if you can see this. Well, people on the podcast can't see it. I will read it to you. So one of the things I'm manifesting is a new apartment. This current abode of mine has become quite crowded. Apparently there are some relatives who have just arrived in this country that are, they're staying under this roof. And
with your 5 roommates too, so all of them have relatives?
There's an awful lot of people that I have never met, and they're speaking a language I don't understand, which is absolutely fine, but there's some aggression. There's some aggression, I'll say, when I wanted to use from them.
From you or from them?
From the people who like to take long hot showers at 3 a.m. singing folk songs, I'm gathering, and lighting on fire things that are not healthy. Tobacco, to be exact. There's been some tobacco. I'm also manifesting food would be great.
Like a fresh Italian dinner, right?
Anything really. I think they're called a CVS. CVS? CRV?
CVS?
Not the place across the alley. I'm talking about they bring you vegetables, you order them from a farm.
Oh, right, right.
Preferably. I do have several dietary restrictions, so I can't just order food in. But if there is anybody out there that has transportation who could bring me some organic vegetables, I would love it. I have a lot of oil that I can cook them in, so I don't need help in that regard. But
Seth, I'm living in a pumpkin. I can just get some of the innards of it and bring it to you. Just give me your address.
I don't think that would be a good idea because I'm allergic to pumpkin.
Oh
Unfortunately, it's
no.
one of my allergies. I know you have many allergies, but I think the good news is that you are not allergic to pumpkin, as you are currently living in one. But and the last thing is money. I'm just I made a mistake. Hold on. That says monkey.
Oh, I bet you'll get a monkey tomorrow.
Oh dear, no. Oh,
Seth, don't think like that. Just think positive. You will get the monkey.
the the I'll tell you the truth. I don't think the landlord would appreciate me paying my rent with a small primate. They do prefer cash on delivery.
Do you have to pay the whole rent even though you have those many people living with you?
Well, I'm the master tenant, so I'm responsible. They will pay the money to me, but as I told you, there are quite a few visitors. So money has been spent in other ways that I have not benefited from. But my understanding is they are feeding their guests, and so that it puts a strain on me. So those are my Here's the thing: when you manifest, don't keep it a secret.
That's right.
Tell everybody that you're manifesting it, and that will help the
That's right.
manifestation. Yes. So
I'm manifesting a smooth yurt.
I wish you all the best. Try to manifest every day.
I hope you get the monkey.
Sarah, I don't want a monkey, so I'm not going to manifest that.
Think positive, Seth. It's okay.
Sarah, if you want a monkey, you manifest it.
Oh, I have a monkey. Anytime I go visit down the other road, there are several monkeys at Jan's.
Who's Jan?
Jan, she has the monkey farm in which she is getting monkeys there. They are working on the farm. It's sort of a monkey dude ranch where they work, they clean the horses. They're not staying there for free. They're pulling their own weight.
What? I think I'm going to leave that alone. I'm glad that you have access to monkeys when you want them and the privacy of a freshly ironed yurt to go back to when you've had enough. And I think this week, aside from the rain and the manifesting, maybe as we hit this point in the calendar, it is midwinter, and maybe it's time to just sort of stay at home and manifest what's coming in the spring.
Yes, like daffodils and flowers.
All of those things that are so known to be in the spring. And what is Easter? But
It's with eggs.
it's a time of rebirth. It's a time of coming out.
Pretty eggs.
Yes, that is one of the traditions in the West, to paint eggs, and the eggs symbolize fertility, which in turn gives us birth, renewal, and then the cycle begins all over again. It's a cycle.
Maybe you can go to an Easter egg hunt and get some eggs for your food manifesting.
That's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. We have seen you, and we hope to see you
In
hell. Bye-bye.
Seth was played by Peter Hawkes. Sarah was played by Vicky Kreckler. Theme music composed by Stevie Cornell. I have been your announcer, Josh Jones. This has been a production of Moogish Enterprises.